The most interesting thing in impact, a new report by Aspire Impact shows that the global impact measurement and impact management industry is headed for exponential growth. It's projected to grow a whopping $30 billion US by 2030. That's double-digit growth year over year. Now, this is hugely significant for a couple of reasons, but there's one big caution. Here's the thing, though. Impact measurement and management has seen an upswing and evolution in the past 2 decades. In the early 2000s, it was a new shiny thing when funders around the world, including corporate funders, philanthropic funders, and government agencies, wanted to count the impact their dollars would have. Some experts termed this strategic philanthropy or strategic funding, except there wasn't a whole lot strategic about it. And in some cases, it has done more harm than good. And I'll get into that in a second. Now, the fact that this industry is projected to grow exponentially is actually a good thing. It's driven by a number of frameworks, such as the UN Sustainable Development Goals, the global push for ESG, the global push for DEI, net zero targets, and so on. And it drives forward the notion that ecosystems that are tackling the same problem require shared language, shared frameworks, and ways of interpreting impact and outcomes. Organizations like the Common Approach to Impact Measurement are excelling in this space. Now, the exponential growth is also an indication that there are more and more professionals entering the field, which is driven by demand. Now, the rapid professionalization of a field has its own unintended consequences, but mind you, it's all part of responding to demand by social purpose organizations, by governments, and funders. At the end of the day, though, it's about answering the questions, how do you know what impact you had? And here's a more sticky and frankly confusing question. Is your impact better than mine? Because most people working in social change, regardless of cause, from housing to newcomer settlement to poverty alleviation to family services, are frustrated by the inability to understand the difference their work makes and the inability to compare with peers. The injection of new impact measurement and management standards, networks, and products is a net positive. The question, though, this growing industry has to contend with is who ultimately benefits from all this impact measurement. A critical and emerging issue is data consent. Changemakers, researchers, policymakers, funders, and others haven't grappled with the inherent power imbalance and ethics that comes with demanding data from some of the most vulnerable people and groups. However, data is critical to ensuring that social purpose organizations and funders are achieving the desired results to address challenges they intend to address. Central to this, though, is high-quality disaggregated data, as it represents the experiences of marginalized and racialized communities. Now, as this industry embarks on exponential growth, questions of data ethics and data consent have to be resolved. Are people who are asked to hand over their data fully aware of the many ways in which their data could be used? Do they feel empowered to say no? These are the questions at hand right now. And there's often a vast gap between the practice and what people perceive. Because to date, a majority of social purpose funders and organizations don't exactly understand what disaggregated data really means, how to action data consent, how it informs impact measurement, or why Canada or global organizations is investing so much in collecting that kind of data right now. So as the industry pushes for more growth, questions of data ethics, disaggregated data, and how they inform impact measurement will become more pressing. It's not enough that impact measurement grows, but also the field has to build its literacy and muscle in data consent, data ethics, trauma-informed analysis, and reporting, or else the industry's growth and impact will really be superficial. And that's the most interesting impact. See you soon.